Hey guys, welcome to Armchair Conversations with Rob. Today I want to talk about emotional resilience, basically emotional stability and instability. This one's going to be quick and simple, and so here's what I've got. When you're talking about how you respond to stress, you're talking about things like emotional resiliency. You're talking about your ability to remain calm or not to remain calm, or even the lengths and times how you respond to stress. So let's talk about being emotionally unstable or instability. Okay, say something happens, you get cut off on the freeway, and it's particularly nasty and it makes you angry, and you drive and you're angry all the time that you drive all the way to your job or wherever it is you get to go, and then you get there, and instead of you being able to shake it off, it colors everything you do. It colors the way you deal with the people when you get there. It allows you to be nasty to, say, the clerk if you go to a retail store, or to a coworker or a client at work. You're not as stable and friendly and nice as you normally are, and people notice that, and it may take you most of your day to get over the fact that this person cut you off and they made you upset and angry. Um, to me, that's emotional instability. You're not able to return to a baseline figure of where you are. And so I look at it as the stressor is applied, you elevate, and then instead of being able to return to baseline, which is the part of you that maybe was having a great day before this happened, or was calm and relaxed or whatever, you stay up here in this elevated state, and it colors everything that you do. To me, that's emotional instability. It's a lack of emotional resilience. You're not able to shake it off. I mean, I'm trying to keep it simple, but you're not able to shake it off, for lack of a better word. It affects your whole day. This one thing or this one episode has screwed up your entire day. I could use more colorful language, but I'm trying to behave. Um, and you've let it get to you, basically. And so to me, that's a lack of emotional resilience. And it doesn't mean that it never happens, okay, even to the best of us, okay? Gandhi got mad. Jesus threw people out of the temple, whipped them with a whip, turned over tables. Everybody has those issues. But the question is, how quickly you return to baseline has a lot to do with your emotional resilience and your emotional stability. So let's go to the other side of the spectrum. If you have a lot of emotional stability or emotional resilience, that same thing could happen. And yes, you may get elevated for the moment that you're there, but you may return to baseline while you're driving, or when you get to work, or relatively quickly. It doesn't go on for hours and hours and hours, and you don't ruminate and replay in your head how this crazy SOB cut you off on the freeway and make up all these scenarios and stories about this person, or what they were thinking or what they were doing or whatever, because you might be very, very surprised that they didn't even maybe know that they had done that to you. That's another one for another time. It comes along with the persecution complex issues. But anyway, so emotional stability, emotional resilience is how quickly you return back to baseline after a stressor has occurred. And so I urge you to consider what you have in terms of that. And be honest with where you are, because let's face it, guys, we all have times where we get turned completely around and we don't like it. But how quickly we turn back is what dictates how our life is going to work out and what happens and how everything changes. And so I just wanted to throw this one out there real quick to play with, to talk about. Again, emotionally unstable, something elevates you and you stay there. And I mean, you may stay there for a day, a month, a week, whatever. And you remember it, and every time you remember it, you continue to get elevated. Versus a person who has better emotional resiliency or emotionally stable, they were having a good day, something happened. Yeah, it upsets me. I get a little pissed off about it, but in a half an hour, or maybe even 5 minutes from now, I am back to being my normal self. And that person to me is a little more stable. They're a little more emotionally resilient. They can handle the blows of life without getting knocked out. And so I heard it from a couple of places and I thought it was a good idea. I thought I would share it with those who listen to me. Ideas that matter, with people who care, as they say. So again, if you like what I had to say today and you want to comment on it, please send me some comments, send me some feedback. If you didn't like it, well, maybe you have something to work on, or maybe, just maybe, I'm not for you. In that case, you don't subscribe, you hit the search engines, you find what you need. In the meantime, thank you for sharing my armchair. I'll also give me some feedback and comments about the different locales and the different scenery, because again, same old armchair, a little bit boring unless it's really, really comfortable. So, thank you for sharing my armchair, and have a great day, whenever and wherever you are.